All right, we are into the action here. Just needed to get a minor something or other up, and now it's something or other. So we have the game going: Aurora versus GamerLegion. Inferno, GamerLegion's pick. See what they can do. I'm quite curious about this GamerLegion team. I haven't gotten to see them too much since their reconstructions and CTR coming in as well. There's some promising names. There's a lot of potential firepower there, and I am kind of curious to see how they're coming along. We got Grix, who is holding the line here. Grix, presumably playing for Clax, so I'm not quite sure what's happened there. But I guess we'll find out a little bit. Kenzie down, finding a kill, looking for more. Not quite gonna find that. A block to the face instead, but his teammates picking it up nicely. Defensive A working out. Bomb down as well, so it's going to have to be a brawl if they're going to get this pistol round. And GamerLegion, though, seem to be up to the task. Smoke deployed to obfuscate. Whoa! Slen still finds himself a tank, and he's looking for more. Looking for a little more. Wary of the wrap. Doesn't know where the second player is. Doesn't know where Lackey is with those dualies. Extremely nervous about when that strike could be coming. But with 35 seconds, he's got some time to toy with them. Smoke to dissipate, waiting for the backstab to come at any time. Knows, of course, that Aurora is a team that do like a little bit of an overextension sometimes. There's the spot. Now he knows. Now he's got the information. The double swing, the insta-dink, and Norvi is in trouble. Body shots will do it. Flashbang to set this up. Slen somehow survives. That was the chance to end it. 11 seconds, though. Now the bomb gets stuck down. Will Slen be able to get off of it? Norvi tried to fake him out. Now Slen brings in the fight. There's the finishing blow. Beautiful clutch up from Slen. A nightmare situation. And GamerLegion play themselves back into that pistol round win.
First of all, I can't believe the game actually went live.
Yeah!
And it was going to be live about 10 seconds after I walked off. And is Grix really playing?
Yeah, Grix is playing, it
instead
seems.
of Clax.
I'm kind of curious about what's happened there. I'm wondering whether it's they didn't actually list Clax on the roster for this, or what's going on. I also am not really very familiar with Grix, to be honest with you.
Grix plays. Why does he play for?
Aurora Youngblood, so he's from the academy team.
Ah, yeah, he's probably the best player on the academy team. There's no if he is. He's actually a very good player.
The numbers are pretty bonkers. Just looking briefly at his previous games.
We'll get confirmation because there is. I know ESL have more stringent rules with moving players around. It's not inconceivable that Clax can't join the team for this.
Well, if Nine Pandas played the qualifier or played the
if
open,
he played the opens, he's probably in trouble.
He probably can't compete here. So. Don't know if you could see what just happened, Alan.
No. But
okay, cool.
He'll be dead, so it doesn't matter.
Lackey's got a Nova, and I'm excited about that fact. Grix, early scout tag. Okay, here we go. This is the kind of round where Aurora are extremely dangerous. You know, where they can get weird and a little creative with the weaponry. So, if you're GamerLegion, you're not going to be unclenched until this one's over.
They're just going to go. Mono smoke, flash over, deco, so much to do. I mean, these players attack low, but they're just completely overwhelmed. No hate plays because Aurora could do more damage with those. Instead, they might just need to save.
Health, though. Health. Kenzie can just chew through this like a hot knife through butter. Norvi finds the first. There's two more players who are just limping. I don't know how much of this damage is exactly confirmed, but God, it's got to be tempting prospecting. This is what Kenzie's shell wing. Oh, catches the player backside while getting shot in the back by Andu here, but Andu just doesn't have a health. The Nova might as well be an op. And so it will. Bomb can be defused. The round can be stolen away by Aurora, and that's going to be a devastating blow onto GamerLegion.
Even with the HP, I felt like there's just so many crossfires you can play on A-side Inferno between pit and under the balcony, and I'm quite stunned. Quite stunned Aurora pulled off that retake. And as much as we criticize Aurora for their play anti-eco, and that is a fair criticism, a bedrock, the bastion to their own performances is that they are so dangerous on pistols with some of those players. No round is free against these guys.
Timing, Lackey call with the utility in hand, and that's the destination. Talk about a way to bulldoze back in. I mean, this one might actually just be done. It should be done. There's a lot of value to be saved here on Deco and Grix, utility, included, and so they're just gonna concede. Wow. Talk about a change in fortunes. Okay, we lost to the force buy. Let's just bulldoze into the B site. We got the bomb plant. We got enough here, and they make it happen.
It's gonna be one of those games, isn't it? Gonna be one of those games.
I think this next round is telling, right? I think Aurora's going to be up against the ropes again. I think that, I'm not going to put it out of their wheelhouse to pull off another miracle, but I think if they lose this next one, we could see a GamerLegion take command here. I think it's telling to me how calm they were, that they know who they're playing, right? They know who's on the other side. They're like, we're going to lose some of these less than stellar rounds. Keep it in the balance, it'll be okay.
We have confirmation, Mike. Flax was not registered before the deadline. And because of that, he is ineligible to participate, and the team is forced to use their registered sub. And like most teams, you just register your academy team. You have one.
Checks out.
It's actually a godsend that they have an academy team and a player of Grix's caliber.
Yeah, otherwise Brain's in the server.
Yep.
I'm sure he would not love that.
I think a fun question to pose in this series and this qualifier is, what would we like to see from GamerLegion? What would we like to see in terms of where this team is heading or ZTR calling? And I think for me, it's just good fundamental Counter-Strike. I want to see this team on the same page.
I think that's absolutely the case. Pieces being used well, right? And we've seen some of the nice numbers coming out of guys like Flamus and Slend. And just seeing if that complete picture is there, because you've got the elements to make a very cohesive roster. You've got a dependable player at Volt. You've got a young, promising IGL and CTR. You've got a respected coach in Ash. It's a question of how you mold it around them. And I mean, even if we think about that previous GamerLegion roster, as much as there were standout players, as much as there was, your Imas, your Shueis, your A-Cores, it was still about the team as a whole elevating the parts, as opposed to vice versa. So I think that's the idea, right? Good fundamental Counter-Strike. Allow the pieces to shine within the system. The map choice is kind of telling you that, right? Inferno typifies that brand of CS, I'd say. Come on, Lackey, getting frisky, getting real frisky. Good flashbangs. He's gonna take two. That's devastation. All right, never mind. We're getting a messy game. You called it, Alan.
How does he get that second kill? That is outrageous. He should have been dead.
Was there no head armor?
Finally gets traded in some senses, but it's still good for Aurora. Couple smokes too. And with Norvi just locking down Banana, they're allowed to lean these extra members mid. Flashbang misses. Mackenzie was going to swing. Flashbang doesn't make it out into mid. And that is nightmare fuel. Till Deco walks out and dives too. What is happening?
Well, I think after we had that whole conversation about trying to play, good fundamental Counter-Strike within a system, we had to have a round of just insane individual outplays to make us look like fools. Because that was like watching, looking at a grandfather clock. The pendulum just went back and forth and back and forth, and I think I got my bell rung every time it switched directions. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Deco saves them. Absolutely. That is the Deco effect, right? Steps out, just guns down two. Maybe GamerLegion stalling out a little bit awkwardly there, trying to figure out, okay, maybe we didn't expect to get these 2 kills. How do we take it next? But still. And now Kenzie's just sprayed one down through smoke, back on the team ramp.
But I always don't blame GamerLegion, because it's like the timing of Deco is so much later than the long side. That, your brain is already full. Nobody's peaked. So they start, getting ready to maybe throw some nades.
What was Deco doing there? I mean, he presumably had been peeking halls at some point, and I guess timing worked out.
I think he was because the Aurora wanted to flash check mid, but the flash misses. So I'm not sure you can blame Deco necessarily, because he was probably thinking, I'm going to hold apartments until mid is cleared, then make my decision.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like a domino effect of one mistake compounding into another into a tremendous gap found from Deco.
Perfect. Bit of magic. Bit of magic. They don't clear logs, and Lackey doesn't really get anything out of it. Norvy has traded this out. Still man advantage here for Aurora. The problem is the utility's gone. It's all flashbangs to try and stall them out. There's no smokes or mollies, and with Norvy dropping, now they're in trouble. A retake is not an appetizing prospect. Chances conceiving ahead of this. Molly forces his hand straight into the headshot. How did he get a kill first? What? How did he headshot? Okay. All right. Madness compounds, and Grix might just be able to seal the deal here. Alone. 1v2. First one found. Nicely played. Repositions towards new box. Spotted the shoulder of Deco. Gets the new magazine in. It's all about headshot here, and Deco's quicker on the trigger. So, the clutch comes up for Aurora, but a messy, bloody round it is.
This is just a bar fight. It's hard.
I mean, surely GamerLegion have to step back into the force buys with the knowing how much damage they just did. Yep, there it goes.
Yeah, I don't blame them. There was some weird stuff. That GamerLegion had a miscom where they smoked close CT and deep CT, so all had passed the way into ruins. They had one more smoke for that after plant. I think they have a much easier time. A bit funky, as has been all of the Counter-Strike thus far. Certainly an opportunity now for Aurora. 1 AK. Mac 10s, Tech 9s in the mix. I know they've won rounds before in these GamerLegion, but if Aurora can just stabilize, they're in a good position.
It was a big if, though, right? Stabilizing. Big if. GamerLegion holding onto a lot of util here, considering what they came in with. Just trying to tease out whatever Aurora's going to do. Maybe expecting some aggression here. Now they start to take some space up towards mid. Set up the smokes. Deep one here. Grace might be well ahead of this. Gets a chance. Can't capitalize. Damage done, but no kills found. And now the A site is in trouble. And, oh, it was a bit of a feint. They're splitting in towards B. They've got space. Or do they? Ooh, recircling the A site with this library control. Lackey rotating in. Might not expect the player there, but likewise, it seems like CTR might be looking the wrong way. So who's looking where in the what time? And that makes it a lot easier. Pit player cleared out. Now they can collapse here on towards the site. Kills come aplenty. Just Norvy left very much in the wrong position. GamerLegion keeping their options open and picking the best one every time. They're going to get through this one clean, and this could really change the face of the game.
We have said that 5 times in a row.
Yeah, you would think.
At some point, it will change the face of this game.
Surely they're going to have money now.
That, for me, was the best round yet from GamerLegion. I really like the mid-rounding, where they kill the long player, which is Grix. Then they start moving out. They take long control. They look like they're going to go B for a moment. And I think something you have to bear in mind, guys, is that because Grix is standing in, it's probably a little bit harder to know what position he's playing.
Yeah.
If you know he's an A player, you know to end A. So I wonder if that factored in, where they had to give him a few seconds to really work out what was going on. But they made the right decision, and I think it was Flammus that faked B to hold the rotator even longer. That was a very well-coordinated round.
I think it's sort of that beautiful thing of like an Inferno T side, where you're just seeing how open they keep their decision tree. Like once you get that long position, once you get that kill and you have that space and that control, and even into its library, your options are just so open, and it puts Aurora in just a nightmare situation.
Grix hasn't bought.
Well, he's mutinied. He's been with this roster for 6 rounds, and he's already said, "Okay, guys, let me get an op, please."
Well, that's an
Please, can I get
interesting
an op?
question, isn't it? Because Deco's the AWP.
Yeah, but Deco's also the guy who occasionally decides he's not an offer. And I think, I'm trying to remember where I saw this. There was a stint recently, I don't know if it's still ongoing, where he has decided he's not the offer and was making some offers. Maybe Grix is stepping in to the big green here. Or, hold on, this round looking like it's finally not going to be a forced by win as they've just completely cleaned up Banana. Beautifully done there from GamerLegion.
But now that you've said it.
Now that I've said it. I think also it might be a situation where if Grix, you know, they're trying to make him as comfortable as possible on a stand-in, in a more flattering light towards Deco, we shouldn't be too harsh. I'm saying this to myself mostly. He could be saying, I'm perfectly comfortable rifling. Grix, you do what you do best, and I'll make it work.
Possibly. I mean, they could have brought up a rifler. That said, there is a world where it depended on who was online to actually play.
Because, yeah, I mean, we did have that delay, and I think that was... I don't think they were planning on not being able to play with Clax here.
No. It's almost an indication of how rushed that move was, that... basically, you know, there was clearly no set timeline for when it was going to be finalised. This sort of thing doesn't happen if you know that on day X we're playing with player X.
Yeah. Timeout could be used here by GamerLegion, actually. Interesting. They know there's 2 saved rifles through. Sorry, just 1 saved. No, 2 saved rifles, yeah. Saved through. You know there's not a whole lot else. What's the conversation here?
I actually don't know. I wonder if they thought that last round it was just like an even out the money buy, and now it's going to be a full investment. They might be misreading the money. But either way, I would think the conversation is essentially like, we just need to control this game a bit more. They're doing really weird stuff. Let's just default and communicate well. I think that's all you really need to discuss as GamerLegion right now.
Now, the investment here, Norvi got dropped over the A4, bought up armor and a smoke grenade. Grix dropped him the other one, so there's 1 smoke, 1 nade, 2 rifles, 2 sets of armor, and a PP. That's the investment into this round. How on earth does Aurora make this work? You've got Norvi with the 1 rifle, the HE, and the smoke. This appears to be mostly designed to push them back from B. And then everybody else is stacking the A site. Oh, he doesn't have to play fast. Play miss, gonna get the headshot. Actually, CTR's got the kill off of the HE. And so now, well, they've got control of the rifle. They've got control of the site. This one should be easy. Lemon squeezy. And Lackey goes down.
There is an asterisk, obviously, with Grix playing, but you just sort of tell there isn't something quite right in the Aurora camp already. Doesn't ring of a team that's super well coordinated right now.
Confidence coming out nicely here from GamerLegion, getting more aggressive with the hunts. I mean, there is this rifle, right? There's this big prize. Deco? I think Deco might have DC'd.
I think we've frozen.
No, we haven't. Oh, we have. You're right. Okay. That's good, at least. Deco keeping hands on.
Good for Deco.
Very good for Deco. All good. So they got the rifle. They're going to have the op here. Kind of curious to see how Grix is going to deploy it. He won't have any utility around it, but it's the big green. So let's see what he can do with the Zoom Banger.
I'm always more intrigued to watch Deco rifling a half in positions he wouldn't normally play, obviously. Quite interesting.
It's actually quite wild as well. Grix has, is this right? 93 ADR despite not necessarily having the kills and damage outputs.
That doesn't sound correct.
It doesn't sound correct.
But this would be the game for that sort of thing to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it would be. Yeah, no, 93 ADR. Getting the assist. That's a gamer after my own heart. Lackey down immediately. Narvi sticks around in a Molotov, and he is gone. Flamus living up to his name with that assist. And so man advantage early on here. Big trouble on for Aurora. Can see no utility. Solo. Only player here towards B. If they come his way, he is in a lot of trouble. Deco's trying to compensate for that, but that does mean that they're going to leave the AWP on an island again with no utility. So there is no way to stall this out. Grix has to do it by the might of his gun, or he has to not do it at all. I think Andu might be further along than he expects. Already deep in the pit. Grix has no idea. This feels like watching a horror film. He doesn't know. And there's Andu who strikes. Oh, no. Off down. No chance to even pull the trigger. No chance to do anything in this round. GamerLegion in full control.
They're looking good. The CS still feels pretty funky from Aurora, but yeah, GamerLegion's going to play the team in front of them, and they're making slow, simple moves, good trades, nothing crazy in the mid-rounding. They just slightly pressure Banana and then hit A, and Aurora stack in the wrong direction. The money also is really blossoming now for GamerLegion. They're going to have a lot of buys to end this half. All looks well in their world.
Terrorists win.
Poor Grix. Finally got an AWP. Saved up for it. Leaded. Oh, he's going to save it for another one.
He's probably in a matchmaking game 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Now he's here.
Adage in. Lackey damaged up, trying to replicate his success, eating down Banana. Turns out they're ready for it now. GamerLegion really adapted to that. Oh, and a second one just straight into the fight, trying to get that forward position. And GamerLegion, they don't even see them. They're just spamming the angles that they know players are going to be running down.
I'd like a counter of how many times Aurora have taken the possible to run down Banana. Because it's got to be at least, I don't know, 75% of the gun rounds. I'm not surprised that GamerLegion kind of queued up for that one. Aurora, with only their 3 remaining players, are just saying, let's take the biggest risk we can, stack 3 on A, we'll save the guns, at least.
This is interesting. If GamerLegion do read that this is the stack on A, you almost think they might want to go into it to clean up the guns. But obviously that's a pretty big risk. Does seem like they're going to kick the hive. Unless they give Flamus the time to work. Now 25 seconds. There is no more time to work. You got to go. So they're going to commit. We're going to get a fight through the stack. Let's see if they can hold on. No. No, they cannot. Well, that answers that. Ideal situation for GamerLegion. You found the stack and you took every gun away.
The map has been, frankly, ideal so far. They, of course, the economic tussle to kick us off was pretty brutal, but since then, no qualms. They're just playing their own game of Counter-Strike. Aurora taking their first pause here in round 11.
You think they're going to yeet down Banana again?
Yeah, I was going to say, let's maybe do something different.
They are like fruit flies. They're drawn to the banana. And much like fruit flies, they've had about the lifespan of one every time they go down there. All right. Come on, Lackey. Don't eat down Banana.
He might do it again.
I believe in you.
They weren't expecting
Have the discipline. 3 players. This is the util set to take aggressive banana control, but this time they actually have the utilities, the difference. No, they're just going to drop nades by the church. They're not doing it. This is growth, Alan.
Maybe. They just missed a grenade, and it landed in behind the sandbag. Doesn't help. But at least we're not playing 3v4. That's the good news. But we will need to see a different brand of Counter-Strike here from Aurora. They'll have to play reactive after GamerLegion show some presence. GamerLegion choosing to clear Banana without much use to it. They're clearly not scared that Grix could be here. Retake set in from Aurora. To fight this. What is going on there?
What is the timing? That's so unfortunate from Daco. Trying to come in late. At least they're trading this out. But it's far from an appetizing prospect for this CT side. Kenzie now has full responsibility for the A site. They do seem to be interested in poking B. Smoke up to block vision. Does Norvi have the conviction to stick around? He knows Long's completely open, so he's super wary about that flank coming through. There's nothing Kenzie can do about it to stop it. Fortunately for them, GamerLegion haven't exploited that vulnerability. They're just focused in on this B take. And that is the position of strength. That's the lone position of strength here for Aurora. So can they handle it? Norvi and Lackey. What you got for us? 15 seconds. They just need to hold on. Trade immediate. Do they expect Lackey to be here as well? 10 seconds. Time's an issue. There's the tag. No, they didn't check. And that's going to be the round. A fourth round for Aurora. And it's all based on patience. The man who was a moth to the flame of the banana fight finds his resolve and finds a round.
I don't blame GamerLegion. They pressured A quite a lot. I think it's fair enough that you might not expect too committed on the site on B. It happens. Can't always make the right guesses. So, Aurora claim a 4. 5 would still be preferable, of course, from this position. Again, Banana is more of a passive affair. They cede control to Flammus. I dare say Deco's not going to be crossing the apartments lines anymore for free.
Ooh. Missed it on the blind shot. Lackey trying to kill elsewhere, and the XM rings out. Traded though. Bolt. And finding his impact from apartments, but this time he's going to be dinked up and moved away. Oh boy, Kenzie not looking the right way at the right time, and now big pressure off the bricks. The young gun is feeling the heat, but he does find the first. Can't stay alive for longer. A 2v2 in the post. Of course, last round of the half, there's no reason not to go for it. Extra damage for ZTR. They do have 2 HEs here. Ooh, that could get kind of interesting. Norvi taking the long way around, coming into apartments late. ZTR might not expect this timing. Oh, the timing is brutal. 3 kill for Norvi. All the pressure on the Slen now. What you got for us? Knows where the one's coming from. They've also got the expectation. Oh, he slipped the gap! Norvi thought that pit was clear, discounted the possibility. And now they're running out of time. Lackey doesn't have a kit. You can't do anything about this. It doesn't matter. You can get him to kill, but this round's already won. Slend plays this to perfection, and there's nothing Lackey can do.
It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life. beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? If we go down in history. If we go down in history. How can I save you when you're tangled in your lies? Caught up in the middle, I can see it in your eyes. Lonely in the corner, waiting for somebody to come and save you from the cold of night. Easily, we've been falling in disbelief. I think I'm ready for another try, but this feels like the last time. So why did you say goodbye? It's better to say goodbye. Why did you say goodbye?
And we are back into the second half. That one kind of played out to expectations, Alan.
Yeah. In that you should never have expectations of Aurora. Especially when Grix is playing instead of Klax, who's playing in place of where Result was a month ago. And Deco's not AWPing, so he's on the rifles and hasn't played these positions ever. Yeah. It's a strange concoction. But GamerLegion, they're playing the team that's here. They're doing their job. They're calling good Counter-Strike. Andy's playing well. Bolt's playing well. ZTL's calling a good game. I've really enjoyed what I've seen so far. So long may it continue. Let's have some more good CS from GamerLegion.
Yeah. Obviously a little tougher here because you can't pick your battles. So a chance maybe for Aurora to use that sledgehammer. We know they've got in store. A bulldoze in. Volt spotted. This is the light sight, so he's trying to do a little bit of a stall out, give his teammates chances to get in play. They're not rotating. They're expecting the wrap. And they're wise to. 3 players through in towards spawn. Definitely still a possibility. With the presence in apartments, you kind of expect him to come back. Aurora's team of 2 minds. They're really probing into this. Without the rotation coming through with the banana control that's been established, now the first kill comes, but it's Andu. So that's going to send them back towards A, which means the GamerLegion starting to accelerate in towards this B flank. They're not moving on it just yet, so these pit players do have their work cut out for them. It almost feels like this is a strategy of see how much damage they can get and set up the retake if it comes towards A. Now they start to move in towards middle, but Aurora stalling out is giving them a chance for this flank to come in. Well, they don't seem to be confident here, but the kills in towards the pit players do come through. And they've given themselves enough. Flame this, though. Gonna accelerate this retake. Bomb getting planted. Not just yet. Lackey will get the number touched in, but it's tentative. And the pit player's gone, so it's all on to Lackey now. An impossible situation. He's found the first, but a clutch required. Oh, nearly does it. But Flamus will put this away. The kit retrieved, and oodles of time for this defuse. It's another pistol round going the way of GamerLegion.
Counter-terrorists win.
Right, it's Andu. I think GamerLegion might regret not speeding up their flanks. Because they could have completely closed the noose there on Aurora. But all's well that ends well. They're really close now, honestly, to winning this map. This round is scary, of course. I mean, there's on-plant rifles out for Aurora, but if you can win this in your GamerLegion, you are so close to putting us onto Nuke.
Hang on. HE kill? HE kill? Oh, lucky he survived. He got it out of there. Nade kill not going to come through, but still they've been totally rebuffed from that early banana control. GamerLegion, though, are going to cede this space. They've got such a utility advantage. This is going to be tough. There's smokes, there's no flashes. So getting through the choke point util is going to be challenging for Aurora. Smoke goes up, they pretty much have to respect it.
Well, they can HE it with Deco. They've got no other option.
That's an option! What the hell? What a shot from Grix. Flamus gives himself a smoke for a little bit of cover, but he needs to get the kills and he can't do it. That's a save. Wow. All right. We're painting this picture of it being a locked site, of being a nightmare scenario, and then that sledgehammer does come into action, and this time it's wielded by young Grix.
From what I've seen of Grix, he is a very talented player. He's not just the best player on the academy team. He is one of the best up-and-coming players in his region. So nice to see him flaunting that a little bit. It's far from an ideal position for him to be called in last minute. Not practice with them, obviously. You should never expect Grix to be playing his best CS here, but hopefully he can at least show, you know, flashes of the player he can be. Well, that's an incredibly important round for Aurora. That keeps him in this map. It would have almost certainly been that. That 1 round 1 could bring us close to very even. GamerLegion have to go for a troublesome force by now. They can't save. And let's see what they can muster. The 1 rifle, of course, outside of that. It's a little bit harder on the eyes.
Oh, needed down early. It's not going to make his life any easier with the scout. Util exchange. Dipping their toes in the flames. But for the moment, at least, Aurora are respecting this banana control, not knowing if someone's gotten up behind this smoke. There's a skirmish, and it is going to be one on. You get the first. Can't quite transfer. Extra damage off the MP9 and a kill from Flamus. Gonna mean that it's advantage GamerLegion, at least for the moment, despite this limited weaponry. Aurora are in a tough spot. And they don't actually have a lot of map control or confidence about any map control to show for it.
They'll surely take a lot of time clearing apartments if they come back. GamerLegion could be anywhere. 50 seconds remaining.
Out.
I mean, they got nades to do stuff, but in this position, you definitely don't want to be showing that much presence. You want to catch GamerLegion off guard. That smoke will alert them. GamerLegion is stacking the right site right now.
Positioning from the scouts good. Is Grix going to try and phase this smoke? Ooh, big risk. Big risk. He's waiting on the fade. That's going to give them no time to spare. If the bomb goes down, they're going to be in real trouble. All it takes is one good headshot off of these 5.7s, and this is all falling apart. Okay, there's the spot. There's the tag. Now you don't need a headshot. It could just be a body. But the scout is gone, and the wrap from long works beautifully. So the scout coming off the position could actually cost them MP9. Oh, almost finds the second, but it comes down to the clutch. And there is no time. Oh, I think he just got it. I think he just got it. No. No. A fraction of a second to spare, but the patience from ZTR pays off. Double digits on for GamerLegion. And Aurora are left, clutching at straws.
I feel bad for Aurora in that one. Because they did quite a lot right. They were waiting for Kenzie to flank the arch side, and he did, and he caught 2 players off guard. So you couldn't have asked for much more. They just needed 2 more seconds, and it would have been an easy round. Well, even a 1-on-1, but at least doable. It's a shame. And for those that missed the start of the first half, doesn't look terribly dissimilar, does it? Another force buy from Aurora. This is the one thing they can do, is keep buying behind these plants. This buy is actually better than the previous, isn't it? How have they managed to muster 3 AKs?
know. Creative economics. And I appreciate that from them. But it does mean the utility is going to be leaving a lot to be desired. Couple smokes, couple flashes. I mean, there's something to get on towards the site, but damn well better capitalize when those get thrown. And
GamerLegion's shown a lot banana. Aurora might speed up for some A stuff now.
they're trying to. They're taking that mid space behind their smoke. Now they've got some ground. Now they've got some real estate. GamerLegion are shifting back, but they may be too little too late. Undo. A tough spot here by the arch. Oh, here comes the clear. Heard the footstep. Can't get the kill. Now it's big trouble on. Utility notwithstanding. Dumping everything just to try and hold on, but it's pressure massively here. Vault! At least gives them a fighting chance, but the question is, do they want to risk this retake? There's no money to spare. CR's looking to see if he can get a freebie, but that extra smoke, he won't even get a chance to consider his options. They are gone.
Aurora are not giving in. They've done the hard work. This force might be really bad for GamerLegion. These are some chaotic rounds and then some.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the Aurora effect, right?
You can never criticize them for not being entertaining.
No. They have a way of dragging their opponent down into the mud with them and making it just a brawl. GamerLegion with the force buy here, presumably the logic is, I mean, look, Aurora can lose as messy of rounds as they can win. We know that for sure. Look at this stack. They missed with the tick. They know someone's here, but that's actually just made Lackey a little bit eager for the kill, thinking that he's got the light sight, so they're going to pressure in. Oh, Flamus is the bait. This might have just worked perfectly. They're just trying to chase this one man, and somehow he still gets the kill with a P250. Are you kidding me? They've heard the tick of another player. They have to know this is the stack. Get out of there, Aurora. They're losing bodies. Oh, no. Don't lose this, Aurora. Don't lose this. I got so eager, so horny for the one pistol kill. They just really put themselves in a compromised position here, Alan.
I can't believe it. Flamus also gets a kill, and crucially was the only person showing himself when he got that kill. So even more bait on the hook for Aurora. What do you do now?
I mean, the bomb positioning makes me think they're going to try and eventually split B, but the stack has shifted. They've just got no information. The smoke goes up towards Banana. They don't have the ability to go through that smoke. That's a nice kill from Deco, but they expect this many other players to be here. Bolt finds the one. There's still one in sight. They don't know about Slend. He's going to punish them for it. Now there's the last. They're out of time. 18 seconds. Kenzie, only needs one bullet to land. Only needs one bullet from that AK to land. Keep dancing with him, toying with him. 1 HP. He's out of ammo. Oh, but he's got a headshot. Last bullet in the gun. And he's done it. How?
Is there any other team
in
in World Counter-Strike like Aurora?
I think you gotta go to Asian CS.
How can you have such a profound ability to win on pistols, yet when you're against them, you don't recognize the power of them? It's incredible.
It really is.
Oh, it's a catastrophe. They're so close to evening up this game. I know the scoreline is heavily GamerLegion, but Aurora have lost the economic battle on both halves.
Yeah. I mean, if Aurora just won that last round, GamerLegion would have had to eco 1, and then suddenly it would have been 10-8.
And their buy would have been quite bad on the first
Yeah.
buy. There would have been no kits, probably, no for sure.
It would have. I mean, it's crazy in MR12 how quickly things can change. But we would have been thinking about a tied scoreline, and now instead they have to do something ridiculous here again. Which don't count them out for sure. But if they don't, map's over.
So this is a huge call from GamerLegion. They're doing this because they know they just won some bonkers B rounds.
Or
But
with
it
the
is
push
a
down.
risk. They're up against a force fight with that man advantage. They need to get these numbers over. You could just play retake, guys. Just seed the site. Use your numbers now.
What? Slend was popping the smoke, expecting to get an op kill on the other side. Instead, he just gets the nade kill. Look at the help! Look at the help! Okay, Lackey gives him something to fight from at least. Banana controls some positioning. But Kenzie and Grix are so low. Kenzie, though, if they can't see you, can't shoot you, so shoot through the smoke, and it's all good. And Kenzie is turning this one on its head. GamerLegion, they've lost their appetite. Volt might just renew it. CTR's backing off?
Is there
CTR's
no
backing
kit?
off? They don't have kits.
Andrew's got 1,300 in the bank.
Yeah, I mean, he might have dropped one down, but that could have... Was he... No, he wasn't the... Was he the banana flank? If he was the banana flank, that would have put the kit unobtainable.
This is one of the strangest games of Counter-Strike I've ever watched. How has GamerLegion not won that round?
I don't know.
How
Everything seemed to be good.
How
The
did
health was
Kenzie
abysmal.
get 2 kills blind through a smoke? A lot of questions and no answers at the moment. This must be a very frustrating half now for GamerLegion, because they know that they've had victory right in front of them a couple of times.
But hey, based on what we've seen so far, this might be their best chance to find 12. I'm really curious to see what they've cooked up, and really curious to see if Aurora will slam their head in the door again. Okay, we got the deep smoke mid. This sets up the ult mid peak potentially. Not gonna go through with it based on the pacing here. They could get aggressive. Oh, they're popping the deep smoke. Not seeing anything on the other side of it, so that's not really gonna net anything, but that was presumably to set up Slen for the peak. Now to stall out top banana, Aurora have a lot of control here and haven't had to pay any price for it. Very nice, but Deco's just walked out of apartments alone and found a 5-7 to the temple. What is that boost? What is that boost? What? They just disassembled it, but they were over the smoke and somehow didn't get anything out of it. What's happening? They don't know the Volt's here. They're not even checking. They're not even clearing Evo. They thought it was just one, and they made the assumption. But ZTR back through will give up the slice again. Bomb is getting planted. Not a great retake, and with the op on the scene, Slend might think about saving.
Not in this game, brother. Not in this game. They're going for this. Lackey takes one misstep and he's dead to that orb. Smoke. Like difficult for Kenzie. Smoke finds 2 instant headshots. And yet again, we're sat here pretty baffled. Frankly, every round is baffling at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, once GamerLegion just didn't expect the second player in sight. I can understand it, right? Or, sorry, Aurora didn't expect the second player in sight. GamerLegion have played a lot of the 1-4 gamble. And as soon as they feel the 5-7 on A, like, I can understand, you know, see the one guy flirting around with CT. But that's exactly the expectation that GamerLegion is creating. With so many bodies up, somebody's got to check guard. And they just don't. So, trouble on. It's just USPs in this one. Just USPs.
Yeah.
Surely.
And if anybody's new to competitive play and wants to learn how to lurk apartments, perhaps don't watch Deco demos.
No, I'd say
any
Volt.
position that's less suited to Deco in Counter-Strike? Maybe ramp on CT.
I would say Volt the first half would be a better bit of teaching tape. Oh, this might be guns. This might be guns. Kenzie's had to give up on AK. Andu's got it. Aurora haven't taken advantage of the space in towards B. They're very nervous. So they came back to escort Kenzie out. Now they're going to take B. And Kenzie has just put his face right into the grater. Ooh, ouch. That's another rifle gained. Volt's going to pick that one up. So considering this is a full USP round, GamerLegion are getting away with some goodies, aren't they?
This all matters. They're just... The game now is to maximize gun rounds before overtime. That's what they're playing. So far. even stranger to play.
Yeah. No kidding.
Terrorists win.
There's definitely a world, I think, where GamerLegion players might start getting frustrated. Because
I mean, look, if they lose this round,
Yeah.
there's a world where Aurora win this map pretty cleanly.
Yes.
This is that economic break we were talking about. They had chances to do it earlier, but, you know, better late than never. So if they can do it in this round, GamerLegion are in a ton of trouble. GamerLegion will likely be playing for overtime if they don't win here and now. What a reversal of fortunes. There is a bit of money to spare because of those AKs taken through. So maybe that makes all the difference. They still need to get this round. They don't have the ult for Slend. It's not perfect in the util. They've got a couple kits at least.
are they just going to abs pop? They've got everybody here.
Seems like an app spot.
But they've lost Banana and haven't heard very much. They shouldn't abs pop. It doesn't make sense on a macro level right now.
Making sense on a macro level is not really what Aurora seem to be about most of the time. And it's looking like an apps pop. It is looking damn clearly like an app pop. But okay, never mind. Just go up short and kill two. You don't need apps pop if everyone on A is dead. Nicely done, Kenzie. This dude has just been a difference maker. It feels like every time we're looking at the script, we're thinking this should go GamerLegion's way. He just headshots too, and then, you know, it's over.
I mean, it's got to be said that when the result was on the team, Kenzie might have been jostling with Result to be the best player the whole time on the team, but he's on a team with Deco and Result, and I think everybody focused on those two. But Kenzie's a good player, and people don't respect him enough for how talented he is as an individual. He's certainly proving it in this game. How many rounds has he found like 2 kills in an instant to turn around on his head?
I'm so curious about how much GamerLegion invest in. This is their last time out, right? That's exactly the conversation they're having. He's like, look, we've made some of these force buys work. Do we risk it here? Do we risk it all to see if we can close this in regulation?
I think you buy.
Or
I think you buy. You also know you're on max loss, so if you can just save 2 or 3 guns, you can buy again. But there's surely got to be a sacrifice. What have we got? 1 scout in play.
no, they're halving.
Oh yeah. Andy backed out, fully buying. I don't mind it.
I mean, look, they've made them work, right? Slent's actually saving quite a bit towards an AWP as well, going for the scout in this one. It's going to be interesting. So they'll give themselves, on 11-11, if this doesn't work out, they'll give themselves the best possible chance to actually win this in regulation on it. They'll play for OT. Whoa, nice tag there. Well worth the risk in the flames. Slend getting it nearly could have been the full kill. Looked like a headshot for a moment, but he happened to damage. Nice nade on a Norvie. Norvie burning. Norvie burns to 100. What? Was he lined it up? I don't think he was. I don't think a flash came out. I question that one. I think he would have been dead either way because they had crosshairs on if he came out of logs. Maybe calling for a smoke from a teammate that never came through. I don't know. Either way, Norvie gone. 5v4 established. It's looking good for GamerLegion in this force buy because look at where the stack is. They've got full banana control and vision off of just ZTR. And meanwhile...
Oh, they just completely missed the smoke.
Now Aurora are backing out, wary that someone could be in spawn. Smoke hasn't gone where they wanted it to. There's 50 seconds on the clock, and they have negative map control to show for it.
The only thing it is doing is it's so confusing to GamerLegion. They're like, hang on a minute. Why have they re-smoked brackets?
Oh, that nade. Oh, that nade! Woo-hoo-hoo-y! Completely unconfirmed damage, of course. But they gotta be thinking, when that kind of a nade hits you, you're like, oh, they know. They know everything. And now Ondu pushing down the flank, they do know everything. The stack's coming around. It might be a little bit late, but let's see if Mondu can catch one. There it is. There it is. Deco eliminated. Now they're wary of their flank. Now they can't go forward. Got a player walking through smoke, dying to a USP, and this is over. Not only is it a GamerLegion win, they win with 5 alive on a force buy round on a partial. They didn't even fully invest. It was a half buy. It was a half buy.
I mean, you're right. Why fully invest in this game? What is happening?
Why?
How did Norvi just burn to death?
He wasn't. I didn't see the flash come out. I don't think he would. Like, I hope I'm wrong. Because if he gets flashed up, it's way more understandable. This team, it baffles. It baffles the mind. It really does.
It's a head scratcher. Right.
Oh.
Well, GamerLegion, you just need to win this map now. You need to... Don't allow any more shenanigans.
I kind of feel like we're going to overtime. Like, I'm just going to put that out there into the world. But every fiber of my being says that this one has to go. Just an insane amount of OT.
I'm
Let's
not convinced Aurora can play gun rounds.
That is true. Pretty good buy they've got.
Too good.
It is Nuke next. Reminder, this is GamerLegion's a map pick, so take from that what you will. I think when we look at the full weight of it, the macro has been much better from GamerLegion, but Aurora have done Aurora things. Still, at the end of the day, a 13-10 is as good as a 13-6. And they finish it here. DTR doing his best to just sell that they should not take B. And they seem to have listened to his advice. Trap though it was. Oh, up on the angle. Do they dry peek it? They do love a dry peek. They do love a dry peek. Molly in. That's going to push out Flamus. And yeah, tough shot from Slend. Caught in transition. Volt, though, tucking through the smoke. Does get one back. Oh, and he's reading it nicely, Volt is. Taking it back towards B with the presence there. It's all about Deco here in the apartments. And Deco, once again, can't get anything done from the position. Flamus catches Grix just walking out mid, hoping that no one was left at home. So now while the B pick is coming, now the util comes through. They have to go through a smoke. It's so messy. Into tree goes one. Norvi might just have the flank, but the bomb's down. So what does it matter? He's got 20 seconds. Norvi, you're going the wrong way, bro. 15 seconds. You literally cannot win this round now. There's not enough time. Well, okay. Lost track of the clock. This one's over. It's not going to end with a bang. It's going to end with a whimper. Because they just have to not peek him. And they will even do that. So all good. That ends as confusingly as it went. You might be able to tell from the way my hair looks right now, but it's been a head scratcher, to say the least. I have been literally tearing my hair out at some of these rounds. Man. Well, yeah, look, I can't get rid of my alfalfa here. Aurora, man, it looks so good sometimes, and it looks so bad sometimes, and that's the Aurora experience.
Absolutely. I'm actually also quite happy for GamerLegion. If they went for what on earth is going on?
Trialing players. Why not? Against an IP. Nice, easy place to start. Well, that's pretty wild. That's pretty bonkers to think about, the implications. Checking in on the other games, Sashi, Monty looks like it's going to go to 3 potentially. Monty won the first map, but it's 12-11 right now. Saw won the first map against Gen 1, and it's very much in the early days of map 2. And now we'll get into the early days of our map 2, because we're a little behind everyone else, seeing as we had that nice delay. But we'll get undelayed here. We'll get back into the fun. We'll get into Nuke. And with how fast Aurora play, we might just get back on track real quick. Outside control being established. That's what they're looking for. Slend will be the one to receive them with ZTR close at hand. It's not a bad setup at range with the USBs to handle this. Especially ZTR taking first contact and then Slend looking to exploit it. And Flamus, 2 kills out of many. That makes everything a whole lot easier. Volt finds another, and, well, it's just clean up on aisle 3. Easy as. Lackey, you pulled off some nutty pistol plays on Inferno. Can you do anything here?
Seems doubtful.
Should be
That
doubtful.
bomb? Bombers by Red.
Try though.
I mean, he's basically just got to kill everyone at this point. Slend has identified the location. Paid for it with some health. But sets up Flamus for the assassination. Really nice pistol round for Flamus. 4 kills coming out of Mini there. It's a nice setup, though, right? Because it's ZTR taking first contact. You've got the player in Garage. You've got the player in Mini to snap on it.
Well, they also had
Nice
2
design.
players from Heaven and down the bottom that fought as well. So a very quick call from GamerLegion to bring more over. And obviously, Flamus takes the MVP for that round. But even if he'd just found 1 or even none and just stayed alive, I think with that many number of bodies, I think the rotations from GamerLegion would have won the round anyway. So a good start, but as good as GamerLegion has been, I need them to convert their pistol rounds. I need them to start these half strong when they have that opportunity.
Nicely done from Slend. We're taking that opportunity. Kenzie. Kenzie was the difference maker. Kenzie was the magic man on Inferno. That smoke doesn't quite cover off everything he was hoping for, so we'll try and spam through it. Flame is playing a dangerous game. Deco's just got to kill elsewhere. But that's the bomb now down, and this should be impossible for Kenzie. This should be surely. But damage does matter. And as we've seen with Kenzie, sometimes the impossible becomes very possible indeed. Ooh, Santa
Andy
Claus
actually
is getting
thinking
up
for a
on the
second.
roof.
Hang on. I think I'm over the top of lobby.
What is he thinking? He's going to need to think about it for a... Oh, Kenzie. He's just playing for an exit. You can't do that. There's no world where that makes economic sense. $30 seconds. There is no world where saving makes sense here. Okay, now he's going through Mini, making tons of noise in doing so. And yeah, okay, someone communicated that he did in fact need to die at the very least. So he will do so.
Okay, this one will just be an eco from Aurora. Something to keep tabs on is that certainly Result used to be the lobby lurker, which means probably Clax was the lobby lurker on T side, which now means that perhaps Deco will be the lobby lurker on this T side. And given what I saw on Inferno, I'm not sure that inspires me with confidence. Probably not.
Well, Slend's going to make sure that this one doesn't get away from them. Early on, there's still Deagles to worry about, for sure, but this is about as comfortable a start as you could possibly have with your GamerLegion to this point. Now they've got lobby control. They're making money off the SMGs as well, so that's nice. Flamus, not feeling so nice. But I think Andu's going to poke through and find Bomb, so this is all going to be a moot point. Here's the mini fight. Ricks can't get another one. And CTR gonna leave Deco on 3. Slend coming in for the polish up. Should be able to get the upgrade back to his teammate's rifle. It's all good. They just lose 1 SMG in the wash. That is a very nice round from GamerLegion.
Needed it. The previous was quite close. Now they have some money. Slend should absorb, I think.
You would think.
I think he's debating actually maybe even buying an SMG and then playing a bonus round, but no, just play it like a standard round.
I mean, even then, he has 3k left. It's basically, but like he's sold some of the util to make sure that he'll be able to get an ult in the next. But Andu could have dropped it. They've got a lot of money. They're not going to be short on gold. Oh, that was risky. Nice peek from Bricks. Nearly did catch. Slend knew what he wanted to do. Very nearly won. Flamus, they've got a read on this, and somehow Flamus comes up with that kill. How on earth? Kenzie was exactly expecting that. Actually unreasonable that they came away with something there.
Surprised GamerLegion are holding double ramp for this long. You can't do this without leaving elsewhere exposed. And then for the moment, they are 0A.
ZTR's just gone down ramp. Yeah, wow, this is a real call-out. Oh, they've just heard Lackey jump spotting in towards ramp. That's confirmation. Oh, this setup's going to pay off. Are you kidding me? Ooh, they're backing out of it, but now Andu knows that they're backing out of it, so he's getting that information. The question is, how do you respond if they go out hot? It's all going to be about timing, but he might have just found it. There's the first. Looking for more. Looking for as much as he can get. Deco not ready for this. There's the one. There's the two. Undo. Unreasonable. This is nothing doing whatsoever. Aurora led around by their nose, and Undo pulls off the trick.
That was cocky, that round from GamerLegion.
Oh.
To give A for that long. I'm still utterly baffled by how Kenzie didn't get the opener. Of all the players, he's the consistent one on this team right now. Oh, what a disaster start. Of course, for those that weren't here for map 1, Aurora held themselves in that map by just economic madness. Not this time. GamerLegion have fiscal control.
Love to bottleneck them. That nade. That's a little too deep. That could have been a real fun one if it bounced behind the red bot. Glenn gonna collect though. I mean, it's looking good. With the player coming up secret as well, they're gonna be super confident that they push this back. ZTR is even just chewing up that space. They are feeling very confident in their calls, right? Now they're gonna try and come back in towards the ramp, but that's just Slen's off that they'll be meeting. Deco, you need a hell of a dig shot to do anything about this. Let it be. There it is! The Deco effect. All right, back on. No one's down lower. Rotation through vent, but can they beat them on the timing? Oh, the bomb's going heaven? Just for a check to retrieve the gun. The op now found in the hands of Grix. He ahead of the wall of ball. First player found. No, two up top. Flamus stuck in the rat hole. That's where Deco will end.
Brief reminder of the amount of skill on this team for Aurora. Fortunately, it hasn't translated necessarily over this series.
I mean,
they also don't seem to be pausing very much, because this would be a very timely pause before this half gets out of control. If it isn't already.
Alan, we are 5 rounds in. There have been 6 deaths from GamerLegion.
That's upsetting. In fact, some of the eco rounds must have been some of Aurora's most, deadly rounds.
Yeah. Pretty much.
What's happening?
This one again is just a complete non-starter. They've been totally vaporized. There's nothing doing. This is barely even worth talking about. Deco, we'll get to. Trying to make something happen, but now he's pushed into the site and he's completely isolated from the bomb. Andu's taking space here on Trophy, so might just cut off his escape to get back towards that C4. He's got the flank as well, but Deco has got the shot. Wary of it. He tried to close the gap just a little bit too soon, but Flame is through the smoke. Make sure this one doesn't get out of hand. This was Aurora's closest round, I think. And that is,
was a 1v5.
A real indictment.
I don't know what the call was for Aurora in that round, but at least from where I'm sat, it looked like everybody tried and walk out everywhere at the same time. And they all lost their jewels. Baffling. It's been a baffling series.
Yeah.
And Nuke is no different.
One silver lining from that last round, they finally killed Andu. That was his first death. Off of a Deco Deeg in a flank that he thought he had wrapped up. You gotta get something going here for Aurora. I mean, you have to, again, we touched on it a lot in the pre-show. You have to imagine the mood in the camp is not exactly good when the guy who is supposed to be the savior of the roster comes in, says, ooh, I don't want to deal with this, and immediately forces, well, not immediately, after a season forces his way off the team. Can't be doing great things for a team that's not exactly known for having the calmest mental out there. Imagine tensions are not the lowest they've ever been in the squad. Maybe I'm doing a little too much psychoanalyzing here, Alan.
I mean, I think just they look out of the game here. I'm not sure it's a big picture problem. I think it's more of a small, confined. First map was bizarre.
Oh.
Is this really going to be a game where Deco hits the most unbelievable shots? He's the only thing making these rounds, I'm not going to say competitive, maybe interesting.
Something. Anything. Okay, come on, Kenzie. Come on, Kenzie. Give us some juice. Not enough. 4K for Andu. Andu is 10 and 1.
Well, today, Flammer's played a really good map one as well.
Yeah?
Obviously, we're hyper-focusing on Aurora in this game because they're what the eye's attracted to with some of the Counter-Strike, but GamerLegion, yes, they probably played 2 bad rounds on Inferno that made it close. Here, they have the money, they haven't really put many feet wrong, and well, today, Flammer's played a really good map one as well.
Yeah?
Obviously, we're hyper-focusing on Aurora in this game because they're what the eye's attracted to with some of the Counter-Strike, but GamerLegion, yes, they probably played 2 bad rounds on Inferno that made it close. Here, they have the money, they haven't really put many feet wrong, and I mean, it's just a bloodbath.
They're making, I think, the most exciting thing as well. Obviously, hold on. Deco's got an opener instead of trying to do it in 5, but Andu's just yeeted through. Oh, trophy, and found 2 of his own. Dropped the bomb, confirmed they were in towards the lobby. He's getting so confident here. I think that's the thing that's most impressive for me for GamerLegion is, yes, individuals are sharp, but I think just these really confident timing pushes, knowing where the gaps are, feeling like they've just got this huge read on what Aurora wants to do and where they might be. Volt's now on the right side, or the wrong side if you're from Aurora's perspective, of the squeaky floor, which means that he's getting information quickly. Slend. Realizing this and hearing noise outside, Volt's clearing this. They should have a lot of information. I think they heard players getting off of the roof. So Aurora moving outside, but Flamus isn't adjusting to this, so I don't know that they've got the read this time.
Aurora won't make any noise, I wouldn't have thought, all the way down secret. Yeah, you'd love to just tell GamerLegion when you just go looking up there from lobby, and you'll find all the information, but they're not going to.
This is going to require a lot of Flamus. That's kind of one of those situations as well where he can't. He has this big utility advantage, can't really use it. There are plenty of nades from the Aurora side if they hit this off with smokes. Oh, there's the break. There's the door open. He's waiting for the players to come out control. Do they think that this is clear? Do they read this clear? Oh, they don't check. They don't check. And Flame is punching for it. He's nearly got the third as well. The dualies will be enough. The nade to finish. That is brutal. Beautifully played from Flamus. It is the 8-0 smackdown, Alan.
It's not a map at the moment. Aurora, this is also a pretty borderline buy. They look completely out of it to me. Bizarrely, Deco is the lobby player is actually doing a lot of work, consistently finding openers.
You have to remember as well, some of those have come in situations where the round was already basically out of play.
It's true, but I will say the last couple of rounds he has genuinely put his team in a good position.
Yeah. This time not so much. Wacky gone. Off rip. Did they get a player down vent? They did. No? No, it's chaos. It's chaos. They did not get a player down vent, and now it is just Deco trying, raging desperately against these 5. Naded down to 19. Hopeless situation, knowing that there's just no possibility, and it will be Slend who brings it to a close. This is unreasonable. GamerLegion are just running them down. They're getting those initial fights through the choke points, and then they are just confidently seizing control. I mean, Aurora look entirely outmatched.
Yeah, what do we got here? 15 kills in 9 rounds. So whatever that is, something like 1.7 kills a round, average.
Oy.
That is not a competitive proportion. And because they're frustrated, because they know they need rounds, they just keep buying. mean, it's looking good for GamerLegion. It's looking good for them. I mean, as much as it's hurt Aurora not being able to use Clax, I mean, GamerLegion are starting to capitalize. They're finding so many gaps in this T side. They're running riot.
And Slin's caught it. Kenzie gone forward. He might have been in trouble, but he backs out. And so, another early man advantage here for the GamerLegion. They're back on that double ramp setup. And based on how well all of their gambles have gone this map, I'm inclined to believe that Aurora are about to stick their head right into this crossfire. Or, wait for the smoke. Hey, that's a shot miss from Slen. But Flamus will come in to correct the mistake. It's just so confident. It's just so confident. And Flamus ain't missing his 16th kill in the 10th round. Okay, make it 17. Why not, Flamus? Show off. And so Deco, once more, with all of his teammates dead, this time won't even get a chance to see more than one target. 10-0, and Alan, I am calling it. They look done. If I were a ref in a boxing match, I would be calling this fight because clearly Aurora have no fight left in them.
Are they the boxer that gets DQ'd for having so many cuts? There's blood everywhere. They can't see.
Yes. This is the boxer where the ref says, I have to end this fight, otherwise we're going to have casualties.
Yeah.
They are bloodied, they are beaten, they are wobbling, barely on their feet.
I like to think Rizal's watching this in his armchair laughing. That would be perfection.
Based on the terms of the exit, I feel like Result is not even thinking about it. He's off playing the Dacha right now.
Good for him. Good for him. Oh, come on, give us something, Aurora. I mean, as much as there's asterisks against this game, as much as you've had issues, you've still got some good players. Where are they?
Not present on this. Ooh, hold on. There's a timing here. Kenzie, go down. Kenzie, go down. Ah, Slint just repositioned. So now the timing has been missed. There was a chance while he repositioned. You're just hoping someone breaks the way of Aurora right now. I mean, they've shown us very little, but okay, here we go. Deco opener. What we've been looking for. Flamus under pressure. Nearly gets caught out by Kenzie there. He's got a decent position to defend. Pressure onto this A player, but they can't deal with Flamus. They can never deal with Flamus. Volt gone. And Andu out of the heavens. This is finally looking like an Aurora round. Oh my goodness, Alan, it's going to happen. There's no point saving. The money is infinite for GamerLegion. There's only one more round left to play. I just don't know how you get stuck back into this. And now Slend is wondering, he's like, what do I even do here, guys? Do I just not give them an op? Like, what's the play?
Honestly, the highest percentage surely has to be to play for a ninja, right? I mean, you can't get up the vent and actually kill anybody.
There's no way he could find the timing to get up and all the way back to the... Yeah. There's just no way. Yeah, I think you're right, that's the highest percentage, but I just don't think...
Yeah.
I think he's literally saying, I'm not going to give them an op for free for the last round.
Deco has... What does Deco have?
I know already.
Deco has almost double the kills of his teammates.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's astonishing. 12 kills. Everyone else has 8. Lackey has not gotten on the board. Norby with the 1. I mean, they have not come to play.
No. But the bizarre one for me is actually Kenzie, because Kenzie's the outer player, and he should still be able to do his normal stuff.
Well, we have at least a pulse here. Aurora, they're still in it. Somehow, they have won a single round. Can they make it 2? Andu says no. Distinctly no. You will not be getting a second. Maybe we got a little overzealous in the last. Not going to happen again. Flamus and Andu, I mean, look at this. 19-4, 14-4. Slender right behind them, 11-4.
The young guns are absolutely crushing this Nuke game.
Is someone going to tell these two that the bomb isn't on their backs? The bomb is ramp.
Well,
A site
they can
will
push
not
out
help.
Oh,
I'm amazed the
but it-
GamerLegion are even fighting it. What's the point?
Why not? Desperation HE. They can wait for this smoke fade, and then I guess there's 3 more smokes.
It could just
No, they cannot wait for the
chain
smoke
them.
fade. Literally doesn't matter. They have to go through this smoke. There's just not enough time. They know it's hopeless. Ah! Pixel monster. Blame that HE.
This is not the
Smoke
most
up.
depressing end to a round you've ever seen.
Pretty much, considering the half. This is a pretty massively depressing half if you're an Aurora fan. Can they even get the bomb and get towards the site? Do they have time now? You can look. Flamus has actually just left because he's trying to guarantee that they won't have time. He's gonna hold
No.
hut. They don't have time. They don't have time. It doesn't matter. It does not matter what they do here. It is Jover. 11-1. We'll be back for what may be a very brief half number 2.
We deserve better than this cold touch. A love that makes the heart rush. We deserve better. Oh yeah. We deserve better. Oh yeah. Our piece of heaven. Oh yeah. We deserve better than this cold touch. A love that makes the heart rush. We deserve better. Oh yeah. You and I, we're like dynamite. Got plenty of reasons to take you home. Shining bright with those diamond eyes. Ain't no way I'm ever letting go. Boy, I'll be loyal to you. No need for drama. Farewell with you. Cry like Impala. Is it important for you? There ain't no bother. No, no. Hey, 1, 2, 3, just get over here. No need to be shy, no. 1, 2, 3, oh I want you near. I need you in my life, boy. Oh, I feel like you and me got this chemistry. One look at you and my heart explodes. Just let me be the one you keep. I'll be right here through the hot and cold. Boy, I'll be loyal to you. No need for drama. Farewell with you. Cry like Impala. Is it important for you? There ain't no bother. No, no. Hey, 1, 2, 3, just get over here. No need to be shy, no. 1, 2, 3, oh I want you near. I need you in my life, boy. Oh, 1, 2, 3, just get over here. No need to be shy, no. 1, 2, 3, oh I want you near. I need you in my life, boy. Alright. Just come over. Won't you come closer? Yeah, just come over. Hey, 1, 2, 3, just get over here. No need to be shy, no. 1, 2, 3, oh I want you near. I need you in my life, boy. Alright, 1, 2, 3.
We're back in. This could be quick. This could be quick, Alan, and frankly, it might be a mercy if it were. Because Aurora have come out of this looking completely limp. They have had very little impact in any of the rounds, frankly. This is one situation where the scoreline, as brutal as it is, tells exactly the picture of what we see. This has not been a competitive game of Counter-Strike. Let's see if Aurora can change that. Slend does not think so.
And as bad as Aurora's been, Flamus has been incredible. Been absolutely monstrous. Even Slend and Andu are almost forgettable on this map compared to the beast that is Flamus. And this pistol, well,
oh boy,
we're picking up exactly where we left off. This isn't. I mean, some nice kills from Lackey, but
he's finally got one.
Oh my god! Yes, you're
First
right.
two.
He's on the board.
Went without him in a half of Counter-Strike, so he's going to be very happy to have gotten that monkey off his back. No SDYs for you. Can he bring it through? No. Deco alone, raging against the world, as has so often been the case in this map of Counter-Strike, and the world rages back. 12 rounds on the board, 11 chances to close out this nuke, to close out this series, to send Aurora into the lower bracket, and to progress on here, Alan. GamerLegion have certainly gotten us back on schedule.
Yeah. And then some. Lackey, Norvi, Kenzie, and Grix have, what have they got? 11 kills.
I do have some good news for you. NIP ran it back on Ancient onto a map 3 against Guns.
Yeah, I mean...
they are not just totally...
That would have been the ultimate, wouldn't it? Aurora pulling... drawing NIP in the losers game. After this. Actually, I don't think that's possible because they're on the different sides of the bracket.
Other side of the bracket, yeah.
Yeah. Either way...
They will play the winner of Sashi Monty on the Gun 5 NIP game. Here, they'll be playing the winner of Saw Gen 1, which does look like it's also set to go to a map 3.
Interesting. Saw... I would have thought Saw would just smash.
It's not done yet, but it is 12-9 in favor of Gen 1. But their money might be a little broken. So this could be... game still could be afoot. Oh boy, Andu caught. Does some damage on. Interestingly, they still want to go in towards lower. They want to do this the hard way. Into the stack, into the fights. They don't want to allow Aurora to escape, and they've done a great job of that, hunting down these kills, leaving just Norvi 1v3 to try and keep his team on life support, to try and keep them surviving. He'll find the first. More targets, a reload required. They are going to run him down. Flamus fittingly puts in the finishing blow. And that was a brutal map of Counter-Strike. I mean, Aurora came in just already defeated, and nothing changed their fortunes.
Yeah, well, we always talk about them as a team that's maybe not the most solid in the mental department.